does not care who wins. Vladimir Putin cares about what?
Chaos.
Us losing.
Yeah.
Us, you mean conservatives? No, I mean us,
Everybody.
meaning the United States.
Wow.
Vladimir Putin cares about one thing and one thing only: chaos. And what happened? The federal government took the bait, ran with this story. Putin knows they're going to do it because the Democrats need a Russia hoax for the media. Is everybody following me? I hope I'm not confusing here.
This is
Vladimir
so
Putin knows
insane.
the Democrats, liberals are dumb as a box of rocks. He knows the left-wing media is dying to run a story about how conservatives are in the pocket of Putin. He knows that will cause national division and people not to trust elections and violence in the streets after the election. That's all the stuff he wants. That's what Putin wants. He dangles this thing out there, this Russia media company thing. Of course, the feds bite on it. They run with it, rope in some conservative influencers who, didn't do due diligence against it, right? Whatever. Allegations. But he did not want Donald Trump.
Wow.
He wants chaos. Here, I'll prove it to you. Here's Vladimir Putin in an interview he just gave, perfectly timed, right with this indictment, where he gives his endorsement for the election. I thought he loved Donald Trump.
That if we can name a favorite candidate, it used to be Joe Biden, but now he's not participating in the election campaign, and he recommended all his allies to support Miss Harris. So that is what we are going to do.
Wow.
Wait. This crew is weak. I told you to play the Putin video where he endorses Trump. That's couldn't find it. Why couldn't you find it? Because it's not.
It doesn't exist.
Must have just clicked the wrong video, Michael said. He's like, I'm new here. I've only been here 6 months or so. So that is generous, right? Maybe 4.
I'm telling you, like, the more and more stuff that is coming out and the more and more that we're seeing, like, guys, who would have thought that just, 66, 67 days before the election, we have another Russian hoax? We have another Russian collusion. Now it's the conservative voices. Like, and this is nuts. Like, the more and more that we get closer to the election, the more and more crazy stuff happens. And remember,
young people,
Trump's about to be sentenced in, 13 days. Trump's going to be sentenced on my birthday, September 18th. Just imagine if they try to send him to jail. But you know what? That's not stopping him. Because I love what he came out today and said, that he said he wants to reduce regulation and he wants to help people get into homes. Check this out.
both will be able to buy a home again and be a part of the American dream. We will eliminate regulations that drive up housing costs with the goal of cutting the cost of a new home in half. We think we can do that. The regulations alone cost 30%. Regulation costs 30% of a new home. And we will open up portions of federal land for large-scale housing construction. These zones will be ultra-low tax and ultra-low regulation. One of the great, really small business job creation programs it will be of all time. We're going to open up our country to building homes inexpensively so young people and other people can buy homes. You can't buy them anymore.
A lot of people have said, like, why do we have such a housing crisis? Well, think about it like this. I don't know if you've known, but if you go and Google this right now, I love this because this is what I love showing you. I love showing you the real data. If you go and Google right now and look at the population, where it's at, where things are going, look at this. Just say the population growth of the United States is going down. So then you say, well, why don't we have enough houses? Well, we have let in how many? 11 plus million on the low side people. They got to live somewhere. They're going to go buy a house, or they're going to go rent a house or something like that. I'm telling you, a lot of the illegal immigrants has what's driven up housing cost.
Millions of Americans will take part in setting these safe and beautiful communities, reviving the frontier spirit, and really, as I said, reviving the American dream. It's about the American dream. It's all about the American dream.
Let's
we don't
go.
talk about American dream with these people in office. They don't want to talk about the American dream because they're the exact opposite. They're the exact opposite. We also cannot ignore the impact that the flood of 21 million illegal aliens has had on driving up housing costs. That's why my plan will ban mortgages for illegal aliens in California.
Wow.
They're passing a law where they're going to give illegal aliens money to buy a house.
Did you hear that? So right now in California, Oregon, they're literally giving them taxpayer dollars to go buy houses. Donald Trump just said he's going to make a law that bans illegal immigrants from buying houses in the United States. Let me know your thoughts on that.
But our soldiers, our veterans that are laying on the streets, they can't have them.
Wow.
You have soldiers right now laying on the streets of different cities, all Democrat run. They're laying on the streets in front of hotels, in some cases luxury hotels. And you have illegal immigrants coming in and living in those hotels and laughing at our soldiers as they walk by into a luxury lobby.
Wow.
Is there something wrong with that thinking? Is there something wrong with our country? If Kamala is allowed to continue to let our country be invaded, we will face a fiscal Armageddon. These migrants are consuming hundreds of billions of dollars in benefits.
Yes, they are. Like, I'm telling you, this is the crazy thing. As crazy it is to say what I'm about to say, that literally, whenever these legal migrants come in, what do? They automatically are given forms to get taxpayer benefits, welfare, housing assistance, food stamps. They get cell phones because that's how they used to track them. That's what they say. So they give them free cell phones. They give them free internet. They give them cash debit cards. Like, this is literally happening with taxpayer dollars, and that's why we need a change. But what I love is what you're about to see next. Check it out. It's accountability.
All right, so Harris made her economic pitch in New Hampshire, a sign the state is still in play for either side. That is the question to Republican New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu. Governor, good to see you. It's been a little while since you and I have caught up. So you'll have to tell me where you stand on things. Whose plan are you liking, and what really speaks to you in your state? What will work with voters there?
So again, when we talk about the voters, we're talking about that 8 to 10% of swing voters, right? Those are the ones that are still up for play and probably will be through October. It's not the economy, it's cost of living.
Yes.
And those voters are going to be swayed by who is the change agent, right? Who is the individual? Is it Kamala Harris or is it Donald Trump that'll be an agent of change to make my life more affordable? It's not about the number of jobs that created. People have jobs. They just want things to be affordable again.
Yes.
And that's it. And between now and November 5th, the rent comes due, right, on the 1st. The credit card bills keep coming in. The energy bills the electric bills keep coming in. There's a lot of costs American families are going to have, and that's the anxiety, right? Anxiety is what drives someone to go to the voting booth and ask for change. And Americans still have a lot of anxiety, especially with an impending recession, which is very real. And there's no question Donald Trump is always going to be more trusted as someone that's been on the front lines in business, can actually speak to details. Through all the personality challenges that a lot of us know and accept that he has, it's results that people want. Only new results are going to bring the change to kind of lower the temperature in their families and give them more economic freedom. And that's what it's about, not the global economy at 30,000 feet. You can talk about tariffs and all that kind of stuff. It's just who is going to make my life more affordable.
Yes.
And former President Donald Trump, to Charlie's point earlier, he laid out a very detailed message today, not just about his own economic plan, but